This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. The state's largest police union admits drawing a hard line on reforming police hasn't helped anyone. If anything, they say it has hurt. And that's why the Wisconsin Professional Police Association rolled out what it's calling a blueprint for change. 24 recommendations, from a near ban on chokeholds to more reports to hold officers accountable and harsher punishment for people who damage things during protests. Our Madeline O'Neill learned more about the plan and got Madison's perspective on the overall goal of improving how police operate. Maddie?
Right. Well, the WPPA wants the state's new task force to consider these recommendations and turn many of them into law. We couldn't find a local police department to talk with today, but Madison's mayor says she's committed to using this time for change.
In the last week or so, we've seen, the public discourse surrounding policing become so much more polarizing.
So Jim Palmer, executive director of the Wisconsin Professional Police Association, says now is the time to try and meet in the middle.
People can support the cause for social justice and at the same time acknowledge that officers have a very difficult job and we want to support them.
The association's blueprint for change includes proposals requiring statewide expectations for de-escalation training and use of force, expanding community policing, and studying ways to reduce what calls police actually get sent on, such as relying more on mental health professionals. The blueprint also encourages paying for more body cameras statewide, even though some protesters say those don't actually hold police accountable.
To the extent we can have that information and that evidence to demonstrate either wrongdoing or appropriate action on the part of law enforcement officers is fundamentally important to how we move forward collectively.
The city of Madison has a committee looking into the feasibility of body cams, just one of many options Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes-Conway says is on the table when looking at police reform and reimagining what public safety means in the city.
Are there other types of calls for service that really don't belong with the police department, that really belong with some other response?
Rhodes-Conway couldn't comment specifically on the WPPA's proposals, but notes with the division in her community, it's more important than ever to listen and show empathy.
That out of that will come the solutions that we need, and we'll be able to start to repair the trust that's been broken and start to combat some of the fear that people are feeling.
The mayor says she's focused on closing the racial gap when it comes to wealth and affordable housing. The city is working with the county on ways to implement a crisis intervention team to respond to behavioral health calls.
All right, Maddie, thank you. Madison wants to build a diverse group of people to help oversee its police department. The council approved creating a civilian oversight board and independent police monitor early this morning while many of you were probably sleeping. So what's next? Our Jamie Perez explains how the selection process will work. Jamie?
The nomination process starts now. Common Council has selected 9 community organizations to nominate the people to fill the seats on this board. Now, here is a list of the organizations that will be participating in that selection process. Overall, the board must be 50% black. It must also include people who are a part of the Asian, Native American, Latinx, and LGBTQ community. The board needs to also have people who have been homeless, dealt with mental health and substance use issues, and have been arrested or convicted of past crimes. And the diversity doesn't stop there. The board also wants people from different financial positions, ages, genders, and from all across the city. Some people asked the city attorney if it's legal for a government board to require members based on their race or ethnicity. Here's what he had to say about that.
Court cases and laws dealing with sort of quotas and things like that have to do more with employment and housing. And I think that those type of qualifications or characteristics for the board would be permissible under the law.
Nominations are due from each of the organizations 2 weeks from today. A Common Council committee will review the submissions later this month. The full Common Council will select the board members at their meeting on October 6th. Now, there is a difference between what the independent police monitor can do and what the civilian oversight board can do. So coming up tonight at 6, I will differentiate who can do what, who can actually investigate the police department.
All right, look forward to that. Jamie, thank you. A very nice early September day. Let's check your first warn forecast. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Temperature temperatures today were right around the 80-degree mark with the low humidity. Actually felt pretty nice out there. Visible cloud track right now shows very little in the way of cloudiness across the state of Wisconsin. There are some clouds to our south and some clouds to our north and west, but of course no rain across the state. The next weather system will stay mainly to our north, so I'm looking for dry conditions for tomorrow. Temperatures right now are in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Even near Lake Michigan, temperatures are in the lower 80s. But look at these dew point temperatures. I haven't seen them this low in a while. 40s to around 50 degrees, even a few places in the upper 30s. So it'll cool off a little bit tonight, but as winds pick up out of the south, look for temperatures to drop to the lower 60s and then probably hold steady overnight. And then as we head into tomorrow, look for high temperatures to be in the middle 70s around lunchtime. Then a cold front will come through. Winds will shift to the northwest and temperatures will actually drop off a bit in the afternoon. We're still looking at dry conditions through Saturday and some rain chances toward the end of the Labor Day weekend. I'll have more details on weather in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Gary. Law enforcement in Greene and Rock counties are asking for help finding a young woman who was last seen 2 weeks ago. Cheyenne DJ Ladwig is considered a runaway juvenile, last seen on a rural road in the Broadhead area on August 19th.
Well, nearly half of the Mauston Police Department's officers are on leave tonight following two separate incidents. Mauston City Administrator Randy Reek says 2 officers were put on leave today following an incident happened on August 26th, but didn't provide any other details. Reek said 2 additional officers were already on leave, but that was for an unrelated off-duty incident that happened in early August. So that leaves 4 of the city's 10 officers on leave. The city has arrangements with neighboring agencies to cover the city, so there are no concerns about safety or gaps in service.
Multiple agencies are searching for at least 7 people of interest in arson investigations in Kenosha. Today, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives released pictures of 7 people who may have set Kenosha businesses and vehicles on fire between August 23rd and 25th. In all, 20 structures and multiple vehicles were burned. Anyone with any information is asked to contact the Kenosha Police Department.
A civil rights lawsuit is accusing Kenosha law enforcement of targeting demonstrators and leaving militia members alone while enforcing a curfew. The lawsuit comes following the police shooting of Jacob Blake. 4 protesters named in the suit say their constitutional rights were violated when they were arrested. Over 9 days, more than 150 peaceful protesters were arrested for violating curfew, but the lawsuit suggests not a single pro-police demonstrator was arrested. A lawyer for Kenosha County and the Kenosha County Sheriff's Department called the lawsuit entirely without merit.
Community organizers in Janesville held a quiet and peaceful protest today to respond to the shooting of Jacob Blake. The social distance protest for love and justice happened at the First Congregational Church in Janesville. Organizers of the event say they gathered to show that congregations and people of faith around the country will not stand for police brutality.
My sister is suffering, then I am suffering. If my brother is being shot in the back 7 times, I am being shot in the back 7 times. This is not just about me or one church. This is about all of us together.
Meanwhile, in Kenosha, the county has ended its state of emergency curfew. Law enforcement and community leaders made that decision today. Kenosha's mayor says the last several nights have been peaceful, but criminal activity will not be tolerated and arrests will be made if needed.
A second woman accused of attacking State Senator Tim Carpenter has entered a plea today in Dane County Court. Samantha Hamer stood mute, and court entered a not guilty plea on her behalf. Hamer and Carita O'Reilly are charged with substantial battery as party to a crime. Senator Carpenter says he was attacked while taking a picture of protesters in June. A not guilty plea was entered for O'Reilly yesterday.
This video shows the moment a car smashed into a Madison police squad on the Beltline. It happened a few weeks ago, August 11th. Madison police say the officer pulled a driver over for speeding when another driver crashed into the squad and flipped over. The officer said his squad narrowly missed hitting him. Amazingly, no one was hurt, but Madison police hope it reminds people to slow down and move over when you see a traffic stop.
State and county health departments reported 529 new coronavirus cases today in Wisconsin. That's more in line with Monday's case count. To date, Wisconsin's had a total of 77,233 confirmed cases. Fewer than 10% remain active. 9 more people have died, which is the same amount as yesterday. At least 1,145 people in Wisconsin died due to complications from the virus. Wisconsin health officials say 6.5% of new COVID COVID-19 tests have come back positive. Department of Health Services said nearly 8,400 people were tested in the past day. That's thousands less than Tuesday. The percentage of positive new tests dropped by nearly 2 points, though the 7-day average is still above 8%. And another 49 UW-Madison students have tested positive. That's the largest single-day increase since they started testing on August 6th. So far, 173 students and employees have tested positive. That does not include another 140 students and 14 employees who've tested positive through off-campus sites.
The coronavirus community testing site at the Alliant Energy Center will stay open at least through October 3rd. Testing is free and open to anyone 5 and older. Pre-registration is available online. It's open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays and Saturdays from 8 to 4 and Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 8.
Tonight, a handful of people here in Madison have a COVID-19 trial vaccine coursing through their veins. It's the next step in UW Hospital's role in finding a COVID-19 cure. The first participants got the vaccine this afternoon. Nationwide, about 30,000 people will take part in this study. Pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca is developing the vaccine. UW Health's Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Jeff Potoff, was the first person to get it here. He says he's done his research on the risks and the benefits.
I felt it was safe and the benefit far exceeded the risk for me. And I hope that other people will come to the same conclusion, that if someone who really understands this vaccine, who understands the risks and benefits, is willing to go through this process and join the trial, that they may also decide that they want to join this trial and help us close this pandemic out.
The study is open for enrollment. Investigators hope to treat about 1,600 people at UW Hospital over the next 8 weeks. Now, to be eligible, participants must be at least 18 years old and healthy. They also cannot have a previously confirmed diagnosis of COVID-19. So if you're interested in participating or simply learning more, check out their website, c19vaccinestudy.com.
Still ahead tonight at 5, Wisconsin is prominently featured in a new ad from President Donald Trump. It's focused on the nationwide protests, but is it true? Amy Reed takes a closer look in a reality check. Still ahead. And coming up tonight at 6, an exclusive interview with interim UW system president Tommy Thompson. In the middle of this pandemic, he tells us about the UW safety precautions and explains why financially there's more at stake than ever. Chris Stanford's interview is at 6. And on Wall Street, the Dow posting a huge jump, soaring 455 points. The NASDAQ gains 117. The S&P 500 adds 54. We'll be right back.
Ashley HOMESTORE's unbeatable Labor Day 72-hour sale is on. Save up to 60% off special buys and doorbusters. Plus, get a bonus 5% holiday discount at checkout. And 5-year interest-free affordability makes for low monthly payments. Online and in-store at Ashley HOMESTORE.
Get superior performance for your painting projects with Dutch Boy interior and exterior paint and primer in one. With exceptional coverage that provides a beautiful protective finish, inside or out. All Dutch Boy paint is 11% off. Protect your garage floor with Rust-Oleum's Garage Floor Coating Kits. Get 11% off all Rust-Oleum Garage Floor Coating Kits. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Kindness makes a world of difference at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to the Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Wisconsin and save more than ever before on stressless seating. Save at least $300 on stressless recliners and office chairs. Plus, save hundreds more with $200 off every sofa seat you buy. There's never been a better time to help others and fill your home with the unmatched comfort of stressless seating. Be kind and save generously at the Century House.
Great day on the lake. It is.
Lunch is cooking.
And I saved a bunch of money on my boat insurance with GEICO. Oh, yeah? Fellas, can it get any better than this? Whoa. My old hairstyle grew back. So did mine.
What? I was an 80s kid.
It only gets better when you switch and save with GEICO.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
FDR lifted this country out of the Great Depression. Obama saved us from the great financial collapse. Trump faced the coronavirus pandemic and froze, paralyzed by denial and fear and indecision. It didn't have to be this bad, but Trump's lack of leadership cost lives, hitting seniors the hardest and devastating nursing homes. Donald Trump failed, and it's our seniors who are paying the ultimate price.
Ashley HOMESTORE's unbeatable Labor Day 72-hour mattress sale is on. Save up to 60% off Beauty Rest and up to $1,000 instantly off doorbusters and special buys. Plus up to $300 in free furniture. Only at Ashley HOMESTORE. As University of Wisconsin campuses reopen, News 3 Now's Chris Stanford brings you an exclusive interview with UW System President Tommy Thompson.
Protect the professor, the instructor, the employees, and above all, the students.
Wednesday at 6, only on News 3 Now.
Hi, everyone. Thursday morning, Hattie's looking ahead to what weather we can expect during the long Labor Day weekend. And we'll tell you why your paycheck might be a little higher at the end of this week and what the catch could be when we see you tomorrow.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden will visit Kenosha tomorrow in the wake of protests against the police shooting of Jacob Blake. Biden's visit will mark his first trip to Wisconsin ahead of Election Day, which is just 2 months away. He's planning on meeting with family members of Jacob Blake. President Trump visited Kenosha yesterday. During his visit, he focused on the impact of protests on businesses and law enforcement. Vice President Mike Pence is scheduled to stop in La Crosse on Monday.
I think you'll spot some familiar images and a familiar claim from President Trump in his new campaign ad out today.
It's focused around Kenosha and a false statement that the president is doubling down on. Amy Reed has this News 3 Now reality check.
President Donald Trump's new ad in Wisconsin appeared just hours after he wrapped up a trip to Kenosha. He uses the 30-second spot to attack Joe Biden.
Biden and the radical left's weak response has led to chaos and violence.
This needs context. Biden has condemned the violence in Kenosha and other places, but the timeline is key too. Police shot Jacob Blake on a Sunday. Biden's tweet came the following Wednesday saying, "Needless violence won't heal us." In May, George Floyd was killed on a Monday. Protests started Tuesday. The following Saturday came Biden's statement, "The act of protesting should never be allowed to overshadow the reason we protest."
President Trump is making it stop, sending National Guard and federal law enforcement.
This is a two-parter. It's false that Trump sent in the National Guard. Major General Paul Knapp addressed this Monday.
White House have in sending National Guard members to Kenosha?
So the White House rolled in and has talked a lot about sending National Guard members in. And what I want to reemphasize is that the process is actually a governor-to-governor compact through the EMAC process. We had already started talking to other states. That's one of the things we do right away during something like this. It's a common practice and expected. And so that's how that went.
The governor's office told us Trump didn't contact Governor Evers until Tuesday afternoon. On Wednesday, Evers accepted help from the U.S. Marshal's office and the FBI, which makes it true Trump did send in federal law enforcement, just not the National Guard. For this News 3 Now reality check, I'm Amy Reed.
For a list of our sources and more reality checks, head to our website, channel3000.com.
Well, let's get a look at your first warned weather. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, Eric, we're in what's considered meteorological fall, meaning the 3 full months that people normally assume is kind of like fall weather, which is September, October, and November. And our friends over at Climate Central show that, on average, the average fall temperature in Madison has been increasing over the last 50 years and has risen 2.9 degrees here in Madison. And as far as the number of days with above normal temperatures, that has risen as well. We have 14 additional days since 1970s, the climate warms, that we see our temperatures above normal. So we're definitely seeing warmer weather during the fall. And nationwide, you can see much of the country, or just about the entire lower 48 states, seeing temperatures climbing over the last 50 years since 1970. The most pronounced areas of warming have been just just to our north across northern and central Wisconsin, northern Minnesota, and much of the west seeing increases by on the order of anywhere from 2.5 to almost 4 degrees above normal. So that is the trend. Now, in the short term, we're looking at cooler than normal weather as we head through at least the first part of September, and maybe for the month as a whole, we might average below normal because of the cooler weather that we're going to see beyond the Labor Day holiday. So the Climate Prediction Center monthly outlook for September does call for below normal temperatures, but again, that's mainly the first part of the month. We may see some warming as we head toward the latter part of the month. Precipitation also expected to be below normal from Madison westward through much of the western part of the country. That's a continuation of the trend that we've seen generally, although there are areas north and east of Madison that just got walloped with heavy rain over the last week or so. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. It'll turn cooler tomorrow. We'll see some sunshine, especially in the afternoon. It'll become windy and the temperatures will actually drop off a bit in the afternoon as a cold front comes through, but the dry weather is expected to stick around through Saturday. Looking for warm conditions now Saturday and Sunday and mild conditions on Labor Day Monday, but we'll also see some thunderstorm chances on Sunday and perhaps again on Labor Day Monday. Tropics continue to stay very active. Tropical Depression Omar, Tropical Storm Nana, and then a couple of areas of development further out to the east in the Atlantic Ocean. Omar has weakened to a tropical depression and probably will dissipate over the next day or two. Nana continues as a strong tropical storm, maybe get near hurricane force as it moves inland, and then eventually kind of falls apart across the mountains of Mexico. This area here may see anywhere as much as 10 to 12 inches of rain. That could cause life-threatening mudslides. Our forecast for tomorrow calls for some partly sunny skies in the morning and then mostly sunny and windy in the afternoon. High of 76 will be about midday, and temperatures will actually drop off a bit in the afternoon. 7 to 10 day forecast. Notice those temperatures staying in the middle 70s for Thursday and Friday, 80 on Saturday, and then Sunday we'll see some scattered shower and thunderstorm chances, a chance of thunderstorms on Labor Day Monday, and then temperatures drop off into the middle 60s for Tuesday and Wednesday with some showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. Toward the end of next week, temperatures will actually start to rebound a little bit. High temperatures will be in the upper 60s to the lower 70s. Not seeing much out on the area roads, so News 3 Now First Warn traffic, no problems there.
All right, Gary, thank you. Ahead at 5, it has been 75 years since Japan signed documents officially ending World War II. We'll hear from veterans about that day ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wild Easttown Honda has clearance savings on over 400 new Hondas. Get 0% financing for up to 60 months on your favorite new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Don't miss great Labor Day savings during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Labor Day celebration sale going on now. We have everything you need at amazing low prices throughout the store. Like buy 3 tires from top brands like Cooper, get 1 free. Get $5 off a Farm and Fleet Platinum Automotive battery. Save over 60% on these men's Timberland Pro boots. Rewards members save an extra $10. And all men's, women's, and kids' Skechers are buy 1, get 1 half off.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Wow, is that really me?
Here, I don't look 61 in 3 weeks. I have no wrinkles, no bags, and this is only because of Plexiderm.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
Plexiderm is a wonderful product. I look at least 10 years younger.
It's a facelift in a jar.
The people you're watching have just seen themselves in the mirror for the first time since we applied Plexiderm to their problem areas. Their reactions are real, and so are the results from using Plexiderm. What's even more amazing is that it takes less than 10 minutes. Now you can watch your under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet visibly disappear for just $14.95 by going to plexidermtrial.com and taking the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
This is really good. This is, I'm going to fill my bathtub with this stuff and get the whole body this time. All these lines are gone. I feel like a new woman.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. At our $14.95 price, it's the best time to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself. So if under-eye bags make you look tired and older, take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge today for only $14.95. Just go to plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Wild East Town Honda has clearance savings on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero due at signing at Wild East Town Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
On this date, 75 years ago, Japan formally signed surrender documents officially ending World War II.
September 2nd, 1945, Allied Forces Commander General Douglas MacArthur and a Japanese delegation signed surrender documents aboard the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay, officially ending the war. It happened just weeks after the U.S. dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. World War II veterans, active military members, and dignitaries gathered to mark the milestone. The event was scaled down because of coronavirus. Many veterans, now in their 90s, were unable to attend, but some shared their memories in a video.
We knew a possibility we may not come back, but we didn't dwell on that.
Some guy caught it, and he jumped up. He says, "The war is over!" And another guy said, "The war is over!"
More than 400,000 Americans died fighting in World War II. Many of those deaths were sailors, airmen, Marines, and soldiers battling the forces of Imperial Japan in the Pacific Theater.
And stay with us for a final check of your first warn forecast after a short break.
It's Slumberland's huge Labor Day sale. Get this stylish, comfy sectional for just $9.98 and get the storage ottoman free. Or an incredible price on the Sealy Posturepedic Queen mattress and free shipping with no minimum. The Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
Lately, we've come to appreciate what home has to offer. Right now at Feldco, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll help keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. That's something we've been providing for almost 50 years. Let Feldco get you ready for colder weather. Buy one window, get one free now.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
It's easy to update your home at the Brothers Maine Labor Day Super Sale. Saving is easier on tons of great brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. And Maine makes getting more easier with up to 18 months of 0% financing. Want even more easy? Select items include free delivery through Monday. That's the More Store. The Labor Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more easy. Hurry in and see today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
We made USAA insurance for veterans like Liz and Mike, an Army family who's always at the ready. So when they got a little surprise, they didn't panic. They got a bigger car for their soon-to-be bigger family. After shopping around for insurance, they called USAA, who helped find the right coverage for them and even some much-needed savings.
That was the easy part.
USAA insurance has made the way Liz and Mike need it easy. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. Lawless criminals terrorize Kenosha. Joe Biden takes a knee. Biden and the radical left's weak response has led to chaos and violence, and their calls for defunding police would make it worse. President Trump is making it stop, sending National Guard and federal law enforcement to protect Wisconsin's families. Communities, not criminals. Jobs, not mobs. Strong leadership when America needs it most.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Rocket drive block? Russian pole crush? Jam a grand slam? Drunk? Drunk? That'd be insane. Rolling that? Rolling this? Roll together? Drunk? That would be super insane. Hey, all you ladies and guys. Drive sober on the road. No matter how many wheels you roll.
Incredible savings on mattresses during the Big Sealy sale now at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen mattress as low as $99 or a luxurious Sealy Posturepedic for $9.99 plus free shipping. The Big Sealy sale at Slumberland.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, Dr. Anthony Fauci calling the number of U.S. coronavirus cases unacceptably high heading into Labor Day. His plea to Americans this holiday weekend. Plus, one of the nation's largest school districts is hit by a cyber attack in its first week of remote learning. What we know about the hack. And how a team of firefighters pulled off a harrowing rescue and truly earned the title of New York's bravest. We've got those stories tonight on the CBS Evening News. And a final check with Gary.
Well, looks like a pretty nice day tomorrow, although temperatures will drop off a bit in the afternoon, high at 76. Look for mild weather Friday, warm weather for the weekend, and some thunderstorm chances, and cooler for the early part of next week.
All right, thanks for joining us. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.